Thank you very much. First, thank you for the invitation, and dear chairs and dear parliamentary members, dear colleagues. I'm extremely happy that I'm here today, and I'm gonna speak more about general things like, for example, a vision of education, because I think that we have to agree on common visions that include a lot of different type of instruments, but if we don't know what is our common vision, what we want to achieve, maybe it's difficult to find the solutions. First, I will start with a couple of my short introduction. I'm a father of 2 kids, president of the board of youth organization, like already was said, personal development teacher, member of the expert group that is working on transforming the educational law in Bulgaria. I hope that EU can have ability, and I hope some Bulgarian European deputies is here in the room, because we need to support the changes of this law. We need a new law in Bulgaria, and we are doing it right now, and we want a lot of reforms to happen in the law to transform really the education system after that. I'm also a student of Professor Dr. Lozanov, a Bulgarian educationalist who has invented the Sugistopedia before 50 years ago. And he scientifically proved that we have much more abilities in our minds, cognitive and physiological abilities, that it's much more that we believe. I'm talking about learning 100 foreign words for just one day. This is scientifically proved in the 60s. Unfortunately, Professor Lozanov is already passed away, and he was that one day the Bulgarian Ministry of Education will go to ask him something, but they cannot anymore. I'm also a member of Honorary Trust. I'm a chairman of a small community center in the mountains of Bulgaria, and also I'm supporting 3 initiatives of making alternative schools in Bulgaria. Why I said all of this? Because we are acting every day in different roles, and we have different abilities to act, to do our skills in these roles, and education must be personal. I will talk more about this later. But firstly, before I start with everything that I want to say, I want to give you a story about one girl that was drawing, very passionate in the drawing class. And the teacher asked this girl, what you are drawing? And the girl said, I'm drawing a picture of God. And the teacher said, nobody knows how he looked like. And the girls respond after a minute, they will know in a minute. When I finish, they will know. I'm saying this because when we talk about the education, when we talk about these issues, the kids that entering to school today, they're going to finish school in 2030s, even after the European 2020 strategy. But they will graduate, if they succeed to do that, in 2030s, when there will be around more than 8 billion people in the earth. Technology will be involved in every part of our lives. More and more people will starve, while more and more food will be wasted. More than 30% of the professions that will be practiced by then do not exist yet. Global warming will change our planet climate. Biodiversity is extended to decrease to such an extent that will be threatening our lives. There will be more religious, cultural, and historical dissensions and conflicts around the world. People will be physically active or working out from 15 to 54%. This is the research done in 2014 international level. Between 15 and 24% less than in the end of 20th century. Europe will be populated and predominantly aged population. China and India will be superpowers at international level. Why I'm talking about this? Today I want to give some ideas about visionary things that we need to agree in education, to give some recommendation, and to fight with the roots of the problems, not fighting with the what is happening after. If we don't work in the roots of educational system, if we don't transform the educational system, we always will have the problem with unemployment, poverty, and dropout. And about about what the business wants today. Sometimes when we talk about our war in Bulgaria, what the business wants today is not maybe so important, because if in the 2030s, if 30% of the businesses that is existing today want not from the business perspective, and we want global citizens, I want Bulgaria to be on the first place in Europe, and I want Europe to lead the world in transforming the educational system, because everywhere these changes is happening now. We have but we are not leading now. Impact of the economic. And if we ask what is the economic model of A, what kind of answer we will have? Before a couple of years, ABM, 18,000 leaders of organization and business companies around the world, which is the most important for the business in our days. In most of the answers, they have two major components. One is adaptivity and speed of adoption of every business, every organization. Every organization, it's like a living plant, or like in the nature, supposed to be adaptive to the environment. If it's not adaptive, we have very good example in the international level with Kodak. They invented the pictures. They invented the optics in the photography. Now there is not existing, almost. And the second thing is creativity. Creativity leads to innovation. Innovation leads to success in business. Actually, the innovation leads to success in everything in life, but it depends how we define this. The second one is cultural. I'm not going to go deeper. We know already a lot about this. We need to be more tolerant. We need to understand and learn about the cultural diversities, especially in Europe, but also in Europe. Until 2050s, we will be more than 9 billion people, very different each other. And the last one is social. Actually, the third one is social, about the people around us, how we work with them, how we communicate with them, how we making our work and educational life together. And the last one is personal. I already start with this. And everybody has own ability and has own, how to say, intelligent. We have a very great theory after behind this, and Howard Gardner, who is talking about 9 intelligence. Other scientists talking about more intelligence, but they scientifically prove by cognitive and physiological abilities of our brain and about skills to learn that we are all different. Everybody of us is different. I have 2 kids. They are completely different. Even if you have,
twins,
we're always different. I mean, I forget the word. Bliznaci, if the translator can translate this. But when we talk about vision, we certainly have to go to the task of education. And I'm going to talk about 5 components of alternative education. Me and my team, we studied more than 50 different methodologies around the world. Different examples. When we start with the European one, even the Montessori, Steiner, Finland system, German system, even the traditional educational system, but also the alternatives. And we found in those alternatives 5 major components. First, personalized program based on intensive integration between the teacher and the students, mentor and the students, the person that helps the students. It don't have to be a teacher, we can call it how we want, but the connection and the personalized connection between those 2 persons. Second one, group work and activities. Third one, proximity of community and inclusion of the community, parents, teachers, students, and community members, all the community involved in the educational process. 4, the search of and discovery the talents of each person, like aiming personal goals, developing those goals, achieving those personal goals of every everybody in the systems, teachers, mentors, students, and parents. Design the middle, the environment, and working materials to support learning and personal development of each participant. I'm already done with the time, but I will say that in my practice work, 10 years of work on different levels in Bulgaria with Roma kids in the most poor neighborhoods in Bulgaria, in the Honorary Trust of Bulgaria and the International Award of Duke of Edinburgh, which is every day 500 students graduate and 1,200 are entering the program with more than 1 million participants around the world, and also working like a teacher in one of the most privileged schools in our capital. I see the different perspective to education, and I see that everywhere it's different. We apply the general things in every environment. We have to free the educational systems and organizations to tackle and to do the job that they see in their environment, connecting partnership between all the stakeholders on the local level. And if we talk about young people with fewer opportunities, I saw many people change their lives because of the connection that they have to their mentors and to the people that it's really loving and passion to help them. And backing back to my aim, I wanted to provoke you a little bit more than give you the exact examples, to start thinking more about the personalized of education, about things like love between and connection between the people inside the system, rather than funding. It's not the most important part. It's not funding. Like closing, I want to say, to use the John Dewey, before, even 1 century ago, John Dewey said, every generation must rediscover democracy. I think every generation must rediscover and reinvent the education and learning, how every person sees this learning with help of the other people around them. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you one more time that you're inviting me today.